afternoon, folks. It's Thursday, and that's another episode of Broker Talk, the weekly podcast show where we show you the unvarnished truth about the real estate and related industries. I'm your host, Larry Lawfer, and each week I'm joined by Jim Lowenstern, the CEO, founder of Castles Unlimited International. Welcome, Jim. Today's show is
Thank you, Larry.
try and stay with us,
How you
okay?
doing, Larry?
I'm doing excellent. Today,
Okay. Didn't know
today's
I wasn't allowed to speak.
try and stay with us. Anyway, today's show is all about luxury real estate, and we're honored to have as our guest Diane Hartley. She's the president for the Luxury Home Institute, where from around the world, professionals looking to be recognized in this rarefied part of the business may obtain the designation of Certified Luxury Home Marketing Specialist. Welcome aboard, Diane. Could you help us understand what luxury marketing and what luxury really is?
Sure, sure. Well, first, thanks, guys. I appreciate being here. It's always fun to be on the other side of being interviewed. I'm the one who's always interviewing, and so now I'm being interviewed. It's good time, and it's really nice to meet you guys face to face. And so yeah, luxury is one of those words, right, that gets thrown around. And what the institute defines luxury real estate as being is the top 10% of any given market. But we do say also that there's a minimum threshold for that. So the top 10% in any market with a minimum of $500,000. And we
Okay.
publish our luxury threshold lookup for you agents and brokers out there that are wondering exactly what your county has as its top 10%. So where Jim and Larry are, I did look it up, and in the county they're in, which
Whoop, we lost you
what's your,
just for
I
this.
don't know, what's your county?
Yes. Well, it's
What
Middlesex County, but
county? And
uh,
so the county that you're in is the luxury threshold is $1.1 million. Okay.
okay, but see, I understood it, Diane, as not just your county, but the area in which you're selling. And where our office is 02458, 02459, and our average price point there is 1.4 million. So luxury would be up around 3 million for that, the top 10%. Do I have that wrong? Is it your county or is it your locale?
Right. So what we do at the Institute is we go by county.
Okay.
Okay. So what that does is it takes the whole US and flattens it, right? And makes it be, it's the great equalizer. Okay. Zip code level is not what we do. We just
Okay.
we don't do. We say, where is the house? What county is the house in? And then we define the luxury threshold as being in the top 10% of that. We call it a market area.
Sure.
And as I said, we publish on our website the luxury threshold. So it's super easy to go take a look and see where you are and what we, meaning the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing, considers luxury for the Certified Luxury Home Marketing Specialist designation. There's a bunch of different ways to define luxury. That is how we define it for the Institute's designation. Now, I will say this, we publish a luxury market report, okay? And we do that every month, and we go deeper than county level there because we know we have folks who take like the Palm Beaches. We have a luxury report for the Palm Beaches. We do this every month, and we do it for 100 plus areas. And what that produces for us is a luxury index. And this is very important because, as you guys can imagine, I get asked all the time, how's the market doing? Okay. And there's the case Schiller that everybody tracks, right? And so about 3 years ago, the Institute decided to be in that and say, we're going to collect all of this. So we also publish a North American luxury market report available on our website. And lots of folks in the media and whatnot, they go take a look at that because it's an important distinguishing factor for areas. And how is the market doing?
Right. One of the things that truly differentiates this particular group versus all the others, Leverage and Realm and some of the others, is you actually teach and
Mhm.
you have a portal where you can learn and learn from each other. It's not like um, a Facebook page, and nothing against Facebook. My son works for them. Um, but it tends not to raise the level, it tends to lower the level of discourse. And in the Institute's network, which is your brand new portal, talk about that for a moment and what kind of engagements are going on.
You bet. So I'm going to kind of unpack it. There's about 3 questions in there, if you don't mind, that I'm going to take one at a time. And the first one is, yes, our charter is education. Um, so when I step back and say, what's the purpose and why are we here? Okay, we're here to serve real estate agents. Okay, and actually grow real estate agents into real estate professionals through education, networking, and other opportunities to grow the business. Okay, so if you think about um, a certification. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with someone having a certification. What that means is they sat down, they took a test, they took a class. It was 3 hours, it was 2 hours, it was 1 hour. Here's a certification. What the Institute does is anyone can come in and take our course, and we welcome everyone from the brand new agent to someone who never thought they'd ever want to be in luxury. Um, and that's the first step in the journey, right? So you take the class, you learn what you don't know, right? We've been doing this a long, long time. And I can tell you, Larry, if I had a penny for every time somebody said, hey, I've been in real estate for 20 years and I had no idea, this is the best class I've ever taken, right? Because we sort of force people into the learning mode. But
And you test them.
yeah, we do. We do. But it's not, and I want to be careful with that, right? It's not qualifying education or anything like that. But it certainly is what we call adult quizzing.
Right.
Okay. Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Quizzing, right? Like, hey, how are you doing here?
Right.
Then at the end, for sure, right, there is a quiz or a test. But again, this is not a certificate for you. The certified luxury home marketing specialist is a designation, which means you've done something, you've demonstrated something. So we have rigor. You have to turn in and apply for and do all that. Then we send you a certificate and you are a certified luxury home marketing specialist. So it's not solely education. Go ahead, Jim.
So what does it cost?
Yeah.
What sort of subjects are taught in the class? How long is the class? And is this a ongoing fee that you need to pay to keep the certification?
That's great. Those are all great questions too. So first, the class is offered in really 3 different ways. Live, right? When we used to be live. And then what we did at last March is we pivoted and we have a live streaming class. Okay. We've had thousands of people through that in the last year. They love it. They love the format. It's 2 days. Okay. It's 6 hours a day for 2 days. And the cost for the live stream is $495. Okay. The live class has some different costs associated with it. We feed you, et cetera. So it's a little more. And then we have an online self-paced course that's also $495. And the only difference is it's the same live stream. You can just pause, get up, walk away, come back, pick up where you left off. So what is taught really, it begins with what is luxury, right? It's not just the house, it's the consumer that you're dealing with. We spend a lot of time unpacking how you need to be different with this consumer. Okay. So we go into marketing a home, we go into how do you position yourself, marketing yourself. And then we spend quite a bit of time over the 2 days walking through what Larry talked about, which is our member portal. So the $495 is the course plus 1 year of membership. And then you have this fantastic member portal where my charter, my job is to go negotiate with companies to give benefits to our members. So one of the very highest received benefits that we give for free in the membership is a luxury post to your social media weekly. So that's automatic. And that's a terrific benefit. There's also a number of them.
Can you explain what that means, Diane?
The luxury post.
Yeah.
It's a portal, so it's just like anything else. It delivers great content to your social media. You do have to hook it up. You have to make sure that it's connected
Okay.
to your social
So it's
media.
content for your feed.
Yeah.
It is. It's exactly right.
So,
But
Yeah.
for example, what's this week's posting topic?
That's a terrific question. And what I will tell you is it's thousands of articles, not any one, not,
This week is thousands.
You
yeah.
you can go into it. It's like I don't know if you know Keeping Current Matters, but you can go into and you can choose what you want to put through your portals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Now,
it
if you
is a benefit.
if you don't mind, because I'm like a Zoom aficionado now, right? I feel like I know what I'm doing here now. So this is the member portal, Jim. So what all I did here is this is, hey, welcome Diane. You can see that I have myself as certified as a luxury home marketing specialist. I have the guild recognition, which means that my homes that I sold were over $1 million. This is where you sign into the network we're going to talk about. But just really quickly, I said, hey, access member benefits. What are some favorites? And this is a favorite. So this is through Risk Media, right? Like I have a background in content and journalism, and so I, worked really hard on this. This is actual fantastic content written by journalists, and it's all focused on the luxury consumer. And so this is just one example of the number of benefits we give to our members. The other one is because we're part of a much larger organization, we offer everyone who's a member of the Institute gets all their continuing education for free. So their state compliance is free as a member. Here's the luxury market report that I talked about. We've got this terrific tool called Online Wealth Lookup. We train on all of this, Jim. This is a real fundamental part of the training.
So what is L?
Well,
What does it do exactly?
So Online Wealth Lookup is a tool that is created via an API, okay, into Wealth Engine. So Wealth Engine is one of the renowned data collectors of the wealth, okay? And so what we can do here is we can go in and look at, let's say we've taken we've had someone call us on a listing that we have, okay? And they said, hey, you've got a $4.5 million listing in the Back Bay. I want to come see it. You know what? Take their name and their address and kind of run them through Online Wealth Lookup. So it's an aggregation of someone's financial picture. Now, it's not going to, frankly, find someone like me. It's going to find an ultra high net worth individual or a high net worth individual and give you some information on them. One of the best ones that I use in training and that we train on is Mark Cubitt. I live in Dallas. Mark lives over there. He put nothing behind a trust, so all of his things are perfectly available for everyone to see, his 13 properties. So it's a vetting tool, Jim.
Yeah, like WealthX.
No, WealthX is dossiers. Okay, WealthX is not going to tell. It's a much larger and $20,000. Okay, this is 100 free lookups with your membership. Now, and Wealth Engine. So, like Wealth Engine is in business really to provide like philanthropic information about people. A lot of their clients are, very large fundraising companies, the American Red Cross, et cetera. So you'll see, like when you pull someone up, you'll see a P2G score, which is a propensity to give. And it gives information about where they give. It's a terrific tool to find out information about folks, to find their hobbies and interests.
this is a perfect time to stop and hear about the real estate awards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I have to read that, don't I? Okay. Okay, founded in 2018 by the Academy of Real Estate Arts and Sciences, The RE Awards is now offering top real estate professionals a free listing and SEO enhancing links to their own websites for free. If you are a top real estate professional and want to be included in the RE Awards, go to the RE Awards and contact them today. The RE Awards is where you'll find the best RE professionals.
And RE is real estate, I guess, right?
I guess so.
So Diane, back to this conversation. I think the language that you use, the way that you present yourself, the way that you market luxury properties is in fact different than any other type it's not like you can just post something. Jim, you have a good story about this with your Radcliffe property. That's, what is that, an $8 million property or 7 million? What is that right now?
It's down a little bit. It's five. I think it's 5888,000. So 5,888,000. I'm sorry, I missed the question.
The question is,
I heard it. I heard the address, and I heard, what is the price?
I was going to give you an opportunity to talk about how you're marketing that property or how that
Oh,
property has been marketed.
you know what? That probably wasn't where we were wanting to go with the show, though. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to flip it to you, and let's get off of me for a moment.
Always happy to.
I have questions for Diane.
No.
I have plenty of questions for Diane, though. You know, you have these certifications, and so let's say a guy like me wanted to be certified.
Or should be.
It's not just the course.
Right.
You can't just pass the test. It has to be a certain number of sales above a certain price, et cetera, et cetera. So how does somebody get the certification?
Sure. So this is kind of what I was talking about in the very beginning, was what we call the luxury threshold. Okay. So in order to earn the CLHMS, Certified Luxury Home Marketing Specialist, you need to sell 3 properties in the top 10% of your market in a 2-year period. Okay. And so the luxury threshold is a published threshold that we give, and it's on our website, and you navigate to it by going to Beyond the Training and look up luxury threshold. And if you don't mind, I can show that too.
Please show it. Yeah.
Because again, I want to show up my Zoom skills, right? My
there you
sharing,
go.
all of that. So so you see where I am here. I'm on luxuryhomemarketing.com. Beyond the Training, because there's more to it than training. So this is an overview of the member tools and resources. Here's how you earn the CLHMS. Here's how you achieve Guild. And then here's the luxury threshold lookup tool.
So what is Guild? That's even higher? That's a higher standard?
Yes, it is.
First, you must earn CLHMS, which is the top 10%. And then you need 2 properties, and they could be inclusive of the 3 that are over $1 million. And then you earn the recognition of $1 Million Guild. Okay.
That's it. Say that again. It seems very, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the zip code I'm in, but
well, no,
it's definitely because of the zip code. Jim, I'm part of the $1 Million Guild.
Yeah. So first, you must reach the threshold of your certified luxury marketing. You have to earn that. Now, the luxury threshold for you is $1.1 million, right, in your county. So automatically, you would earn Guild recognition as well. But again, and it's tough, and I don't mean this pejoratively, but there's very small pockets of this really big North American world, and frankly, all over the world is where we work, okay? That, you know, most of the country is around, you know, $700,000. So you're correct, right? So here I am in Worcester at 600. Do you like that I knew how to say that? And then you have Middlesex.
That's not the way to say it.
It is so the way to say it.
How did you say it again?
Worcester.
Yeah.
Did you say Worcester?
Please, let's move on.
I wonder how Texans say it. But I am from Chicago originally, and I've lived in Texas for 30 years, and the most I do
Oh,
is
In Texas, it's Worcester.
booster. Okay. So this is the determining factor. Okay. And again, if you're in Bristol County, it's
It'll
six,
be
seven,
less. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So
Middlesex is the one you want to look at for us.
yeah, it's
So, so with the guild, you pay every year to be a part of the guild, right?
so there is no distinction in what you pay based on what level you are.
Right.
Okay. It's $495 to take the class, and that includes 1 year of membership. And
Good
then
deal.
to continue the membership, Jim, there's a $250 annual fee. And if you look at it, basically what I've been able to do is aggregate the benefits alone are worth the 250. And so it's a little bit of a misnomer to say, yes, you are paying to retain your membership and the ability to use the designation.
But that's the same with all of the designations, green designation, SRS, and any of these, the E-Pro. I did actually do a search today, Diane, looking for the best designations. And you'll be happy to hear that the Certified Luxury Home Marketing Specialist is considered the best bang for your buck.
Excellent. Hey, I didn't know it was a great bang for my buck. That's true.
And I always thought it was the SRS. At least that's what the SRS people were telling me.
Well, look, I mean, I think the term luxury is what puts people off. And so my job is really to understand and to teach as best as I can, what is luxury? I live in Dallas. I have $8 million homes around me. I don't live in that, right? Luxury really is as much about the property, et cetera, as it is about the price. So we partner with a major brand and we put this out. We actually have the very newest one coming out this week. And so this walks through the designations and certifications that are out there, all very valuable and all stair stepping up. And you can see, why can't I make this any bigger? See, I was touting myself and my skills.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There
That's
you
better.
go. Now I can back off and take my glasses off. So yeah, I would say what I would thought you were going to find was people earn the most, right? Because when you're selling at that higher price point, and this is just really with one brand,
Yeah.
they do a very good job with this survey and finding that out. We found in our own surveying that it's really around 700,000 GCI is where these folks are. So you earn a lot once you make that commitment. But guys, it's about that. It's about the commitment to say I want to get to the next level.
And let's get to that next level. We'll be right back after this short break.
When you are searching for a new home, you want to be working with a realtor with years of experience, a professional with intimate knowledge of the communities that you are considering moving to, and someone who really wants to represent you as a buyer in what is probably the largest investment you will ever make in your lifetime. The realtors at Castles Unlimited want to be your choice when you're ready to make your next move. Please visit us at castlesunlimited.com or call us anytime at 800-967-3561. The realtors at Castles Unlimited are here to help your next purchase, lease, or sale.
Welcome back. Jim, you said you had a question you wanted to ask?
Yes. So Diane, let's delve into the course material a little bit. I think that it could be interesting to our viewers. So the way you teach the course, how do you deal with the rich? Let's call them the rich. These are the people buying luxury homes. The wealthy client differently than anybody else. I would think you've got to treat all people the same way, but maybe not.
No,
Yeah,
definitely not.
How do you treat them differently?
That's right. So there's a lot. First, in the course, we do spend time kind of unpacking that, right? Like, do you have to live in the same neighborhood? No. I think one of the challenges that real estate professionals have is they think they have to live amongst the wealthy or the successful to be able to serve them. So what we teach is the primary way you serve the high net worth and the successful folks is to be really good. You have to be really competent. Okay. The table stakes is you have to know what you're doing. And because the difference between, and I just as an aside, I was asked for a quote a number of years ago from Private Wealth magazine, and I continue to quote it because I thought it was good. The end result that's expected in a bread and butter middle market transaction is the transaction is completed. That's it. People don't know any better. There's not a lot of sophistication around it. So we teach this. We drive home the point that says you have to be competent and you can't make mistakes. Okay. So that's what we teach, and our fundamental philosophy is you don't have to live with them. You just have to be really good at what you do.
There is a language of luxury, though, and
Oh, of course.
you do have to be able to finish a sentence, be clear in your conversations. And one of the ways I talk about it is more from a negative point of view. If you upset your middle of the road client, they're going to yell at you. If you upset a luxury client, you're going to hear from their lawyer. It's different.
Well, they're just going to fire you, and you'll never hear from them again.
Exactly.
Exactly right. That's right, Jim. And so a lot of what we do is, well, like I said, first we kind of we demystify it a bit, right? Because most people have the wrong impression. They think they have to know all these people. They have to be at the junior league or on the board of this, or all of those things are great. They're all fantastic, but you have to start somewhere. And I was telling Larry this earlier. We survey folks when they come on into us, and there is I've been running this organization for 5 years. It's been in existence since 2003, and obviously we've done a lot of updating. All these things that I'm showing you are all really new, but the thing that's changed the most is the new agents they're not afraid of luxury. They come into this in a fearless way. And where it used to be 1 in 10 people that we trained have been in the business less than 5 years, now it's 2.5, 3, right? Because they're coming in saying, hey, I want to serve those people because I want to work a little bit less, a little bit harder, but not run around and sell 300 or 400 houses. So it's very different in the last 5 years.
I was in my second year of business when I got a luxury listing in Boston, down in the Back Bay, a wonderful area. And that's why I decided to get this designation for myself, because I wanted to know what I didn't know. And it was very, very helpful with that first one, and then as it's ongoing. But I think that what really differentiates this from the others is the level of relationships that you can foster, and I think that's the Institute network that is helpful, that you just launched recently. Can you talk a bit about that just for a moment?
You bet. So the Institute, about 3 years ago, we built a private Facebook group, and it was great. It was fine. It just wasn't ours. And so during this time of really, I'll call it innovation in the last 14 months, right? When everybody was looking and doing things differently, we decided that we would invest in our members and in creating what we call the Institute network. And this is important too, Jim, because this is why I say you're not paying for a designation. This is all inclusive inside of your membership. So what we did is, when you're in your member portal, this is dangerous, right? This is a live demo. I did not go click on that button. But what's happening here behind the scenes is this is a single sign-on, very simple. It's very, very easy. We have an app as well for your phone. And so this is where members go to develop relationships with other members, okay? You cannot get into this unless you're a member of the Institute. And, it's a whole podcast alone, just walking you all through what these groups are, how do you join them. Larry's a member. He posted today about this. We hired Carrie Melissa Jones. She wrote a book called Building Brand Communities. It's right behind me. And she's the best in this. And so we worked with her for about 5 months, and we launched March 1st. And so we built this one time. We'll do this one time, right? We built it right. So you can go into these groups. So right now, for those folks out there that are not in, who cannot earn the CLHMS yet, we actually have a training within the training and a private group for them called the Path to the CLHMS. I was on that before I came here. So we also have a way for folks to promote their listings to the whole Institute member network.
Is
So
this, this off-market listings as well as MLS listings?
So I'm not going to touch that with a 1,000-foot pole.
Why is that?
So we do not promote ourselves as a way to be an MLS. What our members do is they see this as a way to promote their listings. And so sure, they can do that. And they do that. And they also come in and say, I've got someone looking for this. Has anybody got it? Right.
Okay. So you did touch it with a 1,000-foot pole.
That was technically 1,000 feet away. So technically.
You answered the question. I asked the question, you answered it. It's easy as that.
Yeah, we're a little bit over, but I had one final question because I just listened to you have a conversation with David Friedman, who founded WealthX and is now working with Wealth Quotient, and he was talking about referrals, and we're all asking for referrals, but he talked about the outside in approach where, hey, I want to know you, so I go directly to you and I say, hey, you should know me because I'm important. David kind of broke that apart and said that is the wrong way to build your referral business. So I know that we have many agents who listen to this show. What are the best practices when you build your own referral? We'll make that our last question for today.
You bet, you bet. And
that's
look,
your last question. I have a question.
Yeah.
After your question.
So look, here's what I would say. The podcast, or the webinar that we did was fantastic. We record them. It's sitting in the member portal right now. We get 1,000 people coming or whatever, and then people come back and listen to it. You know, here's the one thing, and I made him answer, what's the one thing? And he talked about outward in versus inward out, and it's being specific. It's being specific. A lot of people, when they ask for referrals, they say, hey, do you know anybody that can use me? Like literally. Or think about me when somebody's, you know, what David teaches and what he talks about on the webinar is be specific. You do the homework, because it feels a whole lot different for me to go to Larry and say, you know, Larry, I think you may be connected with this person, Jim Stern. And I'd really, I'm doing this on the fly, but I'd like to meet him. And can you help me get that meeting? That's it, right? Super hard to do for that minute because somebody could easily say no.
Yeah.
But what he talked about in the case study, which was terrific, is somebody saying, well, you know what? No, I can't. And I'm going to use Jim because Jim and I are in a huge lawsuit. But you know what? There's a couple of other people that I think would be a great fit. And you see, you wait and you know, when you're specific, you get a specific answer back. So that's what he left everybody with in this, you know, very, very good 1-hour webinar, but it's sitting on the member portal right now for members. Go take a look at it. Just go into networking webinars. It's right there. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. So my question. So you're teaching how to market the luxury properties. In our market, I would say that has to do with almost every listing we have, because Middlesex County runs all the way from New Hampshire, halfway down the state, basically, and huge areas are very low price in comparison to where we are. So everything in our backyard is luxury. And what I've been saying in our current market, It almost doesn't matter whether I've seen agents put literally magazines together on one house. It's perfect bound, 11 by 17, linen paper, full color. Probably each one of these brochures is $20 to produce. At the same time, if they lowered the price to where it's eventually going to have to go anyway because they're asking too much, no one's going to buy it because it has this brochure. All they really needed was MLS, a yard sign, an open house, business card, and it would sell. So, what does the Institute suggest to get those properties sold that we shouldn't be doing for all the other properties too?
That we
What makes a luxury house more difficult or so special that it needs additional marketing or special marketing? And what is that marketing?
So what we teach is that when you're dealing with the high net worth individual or the successful, we teach the language, what Larry's talking about, right? We actually have a vocabulary we teach. It's about want, not need. Okay. The biggest mistakes that are made are in 17 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, right? All of that. The copy and the way that the property is marketed needs to be marketed with their mindset being this person wants this, they don't need it. So it's lifestyle marketing. Okay. We spend a great deal of time contrasting the right way and the not so right way. Now, are we in a very insane market right now? Yes. But an insane market brings insane sellers. Okay.
And insane buyers too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where right, the right price.
Everyone's insane.
Well, little, you guys too, right?
Yes.
No.
I'm more honest.
Look, I'm being respectful of the fact that we're over time, but yeah, the class is great. We spend more time on things than most people think that we should, and then in the end they go, oh, now I get it. Now I get why you spent all that time on it.
You do case studies?
Yeah.
I have an incredible case study, and you're going to say this is the end of the show, so I'll keep it for the next show.
Yeah, it is.
No, it actually should be in your course. It's that good.
Okay, well, I'm Diane at luxuryhomemarketing.com. One more time.
I'll take 2 minutes right now. We have all the time in the world. So here's probably one of the most expensive houses in the Boston area. It's probably one of the best lots you'll ever find anywhere. You actually go up a winding road on the property. You can't see the house from the street. A winding road past the tennis court, basketball court, up the hill, and you're literally in no time at all on the top of a small mountain in one of the most expensive zip codes in the entire Northeast. So clearly one of the best houses anywhere you can go. It's a 10,000 square foot house. It's got backup generators run by propane. I mean, you can be off grid. Meanwhile, it's got town sewer and all that. Level lot, you can put a pool anywhere, 2.5 acres. The kitchen is, let's put it this way, we sell townhouses for $1 million, literally a fraction of what they're asking for this house. They're asking almost $6 million for it, that have better kitchens. And the only way to get this house sold, and my buyers want to buy the house. Well, she doesn't because she hates the kitchen, but he does because he knows the value. They're building up the street, $9-10 million houses, and this has a better lot. So I told them it's about $300,000 to do this house justice with that kitchen and family room. And I'm telling them, I don't understand why the broker doesn't know this. They will not be able to sell the house until they do the plans and present it to the buyer and then no one's going to buy that house the way it is. So do you teach in the course how to overcome the obstacles that a poorly designed house
Yeah.
on an incredible lot will
Yeah.
present?
Mhm.
Because the owner of the house doesn't want to start investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in ripping his house apart. He's lived there for 16 years. He loves it.
Yeah.
He custom built it. That crappy kitchen is his perfect kitchen. The
You know,
pot filler won't even allow you to put a lobster pot under it or
no,
a pasta pot.
not. Sorry, I couldn't resist, Larry. So listen, Jim, yes, we teach on it. We call it the principle of sacrifice. It's the best part of the course, in my opinion. And
What's the title
you're
again?
right.
The principle
It's
of sacrifice?
Yeah. And I'm going to come back at you with this. Is the house sold yet?
No, because I'm going to sell it. And when I say it's sold, it's sold.
Okay. So, but
And then I'll join your institute. But I'm going to pay you twice as much, and I don't want to take the course.
Anyway,
I don't have time for it.
We're going to fight. No, but hang on. So I do want to finish this out. I'm going to call you about this because that scenario is, other than the lead up, if it's the best house in the entire world, that scenario exists.
No, not the whole world, the whole Northeast.
Yeah, but it exists, and it is the thing. It's why they expire. It's why people can't sell them. But yeah, we can keep talking about that. This was fun, guys.
I'm glad you liked it, and I just want to point out Tom Brady's house sold for $34 million. So
wow,
did
it really close? Did it close?
Yes, it
wow.
did.
Nice.
Yeah. So and Fireman's house was $38 million. So luxury is a huge brand. I suggest that you check out the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing. Thank you so much, Diane, for joining us.
Thank you, Diane.
It's been a real pleasure.
Real pleasure. Yeah.
Super. A little bit like the car guys.
Thanks for joining us. It's been awesome. Tune in next week for another episode of Broker Talk.